All right, so here are the answers to your inference questions. So the first question we have is, what would it mean to undermine the freedom of former slaves? So before we can even answer that, we have to have an idea, and a very clear idea, of what that word undermine means. So if I wanted to give an example, let's say you're in class back when we were actually in school, and you were trying your hardest to focus, right? You were just completing everything you could. You were trying to tune out everything that was going on around you. And there's this one table over in the side that keeps getting loud and keeps talking, and it's really distracting you. They're undermining your ability to get your work done and your ability to focus, right? They're working against you and what you're trying to do. So if we're looking in the context of this lesson, if we're looking at undermining of the freedom of former slaves, well, how are the Southern whites doing things that would take away this new freedom that former slaves had? Okay? The second question that we have is, how do you think they did this? So we have an idea of like what it is we're talking about, right? Former slaves have freedom, and Southern whites are doing things to try to like get rid of that. What we're looking at for the second question is, what in particular did they do to try to get rid of those freedoms? Hopefully, the topic of this lesson should have given you a hint as far as where we're going with it. And the big one is violence, right? Southern whites would do violent acts or threaten violence, just generally make people feel unsafe in order to get rid of the freedoms that they just now earned. So, using this information, keeping it in your head, we're going to look to the sources. And so, as you're answering the sources, think about, okay, how is this undermining their freedom, right? What freedoms do they have now? Hint, hint. And then, how does it link back to this idea of using violence to take that freedom away? Okay, so you're going to watch a video in a minute going through the sources. As always, and I know I keep saying it over and over again, but if you are stuck at all, reach out. The easiest way you can reach out to me is through Google Classroom. Make a private comment right on your document. I'm pretty quick about responding to those. So I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.